Hey there, God bless you. I'm Karine. Welcome to the Supportive Environment. Today, I'll be sharing our homeschool update for December 2022, the last month in the year of 2022. As of the making of this video, it is actually January the 2nd, 2023. So happy New Year to you all. Okay, let's get straight to the point. So December, how did we do in December? Okay, so the first 2 weeks in the month of December, we had no homeschool. The kids were sick. They actually started coming up with the flu right after Thanksgiving. That Sunday, right after Thanksgiving, they started getting the flu. By midweek, one of them had a fever. The little one had a fever. Zoe, who is 19 months old. And then a few days later, Isaac also got a fever. With the flu, most of the time that's how it goes, right? Like one of the kids gets it and then the other one. But the good thing is that although they were for about 2 weeks, I will say, like kind of, especially Isaac, he was more, his energy level was not as usual. It was not that tough. We were able to manage. During those days, I just did not homeschool him, let him rest. He's usually very energetic. And during those days, he was just laying on the sofa. He did watch a lot of TV during that time. The TV that he watched was mostly stories from the Bible. On YouTube, there are some videos about, stories from the Bibles for kids. And it was actually pretty good stories. They were pretty good stories. So that's really what they did the first 2 weeks of December. So yes, no homeschool during that time. Okay, so now when I first planned our homeschool year for the 2022-2023 homeschool year, I had planned for 2 weeks in December, which were going to be the last two weeks of December, to the Christmas week and the week leading up to New Year. So we had planned that out from the beginning when we did when I made the homeschool year planning, and I understand that when you plan, it's not something that is set in stone, but it is actually good to plan these blocks of times off, even if you don't know when you will be taking them, because what happens is that then your schedule kind of gets to adjust. But if I wouldn't have planned out this time off, then I would have felt that we were really behind. That being said, since the kids had the flu and they took the first 2 weeks of December off, what I did is I did homeschool through the last 2 weeks of December that I had planned not to homeschool. And actually, because Christmas Eve, Christmas Day this year fell on a weekend, as well as New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, we were pretty much on track for those 2 weeks. I was consistent. I knew we had to homeschool and not get too caught up in the but it's the holidays, they did relax. They did take that time. And so by the time that we were in those 2 last weeks, I was sure we needed to homeschool. And so that's what we did. Where is Isaac right now? So Isaac has completed lesson 30th of All About Reading Level 1. He is now reading reader number 2, The Runt Pig. There are some really interesting stories here, and the books, the readers are getting more and more complex, and I just have this joy of seeing Isaac develop his reading skills. He is reading more fluently. He's learning to read more complex words, and he's already reading words in other books that are not necessarily the readers. When he see words that he is able to decode and recognize, he just reads them, and so it's very nice to see that. It may feel that it's a slow process for some parents. For me, I had to learn. God really has taught me patience through this amazing and beautiful homeschooling journey, because sometimes you visualize things in a certain way and you think like, oh, by this time they'll be able to do all this and that. But there are so many variables, especially when you're teaching little children, little kids, that go into place, and also managing a household. So initially I was feeling like, oh, are we behind? But I actually no longer have that feeling. We are making progress, and I can see it in his reading, and it just fills me with joy. So that's where we are with his phonics reading program, which is all about reading level 1. Also, we have, and I've been sharing this from the beginning, we have Sunlight. The package that we have is the pre-K package. The package is history, Bible, literature. But for pre-K, it's very, very gentle. It starts them very gentle. And I got the Sunlight pre-K package with the Language Arts Level K. And so Language Art Level K comes with the fun tales. So aside from the readers, aside from the Runt Pig reader, which is the one that comes with All About Reading, I do have additional readers. So of course, we use the readers from Funtail. Let's talk about mathematics. In math, he continues with Right Star Mathematics. The lessons in Right Star Mathematics do take a little bit longer than what I would like them to take, especially when he's playing the games. But I will not cut on any of the games, because it is in the games that the concept that he is learning comes to life. So I do not cut on the lesson, although I do not sing all the songs all the time, because the songs keep repeating over and over and over. And I understand that's part of, the learning process, repeat. But we do take a break from time to time. And then, like, when we get tired, we take a break, and then we resume. Also, for his handwriting practice, he continues using Zanner Bloser, but also we decided to continue to use Handwriting Without Tears. So Handwriting Without Tears is the first handwriting program that we purchased for this homeschool year. And then I decided to try Zanner Bloser. Both are working well. I decided to have him practice with Handwriting Without Tears as well, just because I find that it is more precise. The way the workbook is laid out for him, it has these little spaces where he focuses on writing each letter. And I find that is a good guide for when he's writing each letter. So we are using both Handwriting Without Tears as well as Zanner Bloser. Also, he continues using Explode the Code. We really love Explode the Code. He pretty much does a little bit of everything there. He gets to read the words, he gets to write the word, and he gets to spell the word. So we are very happy with Explode the Code. But I have to say that our favorite part is the read alouds, and it's the books, and it's all the books that we read, the beautiful books, these books that are living books. We are just so happy. They are so happy. I say they because Zoe is also showing interest in learning, and we are all very happy with the reading. So yes, that's all for this video, for this homeschool update. I believe this is the end of the first semester. We are pretty happy where we are, and of course we are learning how our pace works, and we are learning to see what works and what doesn't for us, and we're just very happy and enjoying this beautiful homeschool journey. It is a lot of work, but we love it. I love it, and I'm just so grateful that we are able to do this. I have to continue praying a lot because although it is a beautiful journey, I really need God holding my hand in this whole process, and I am so grateful to God. So I continue praying day by day so that we can continue to do the best and be better, and in my case so that I can also continue to grow as a homeschooling mom. All right, that's all for now. Thank you. God bless you. Talk to you soon. God bless you. And please subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Bye.